wherewhatwho. Competition number 42. Hint 1. Who is this? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, we have got a little bit down the track with finding out who this is with some of the yes-no questions. We know a lot of things that this person isn't, but we still haven't narrowed him down. So I guess the key to finding out who he is to find out what industry it is that he is, where that he operates in. So, and then that would pretty much lead directly to him. Well, I'm not going to tell you the industry there. I can tell you a couple of things about him. First of all, in a sense, the industry that he has been involved in over a long number of years was actually came to fruition approximately 11 years before he was born. 11 years before he was born, the industry that he eventually joined and championed came into fruition 11 years before he was born. The other thing about him is he is a British-born Canadian. So he's British-born Canadian. So he worked at the end of his career, he moved to Canada, and he is considered to be a British-born Canadian. So that's the hints for today. He's a British-born Canadian. The industry that he championed, we'll say, or was successful in, was sort of really came of age. That's probably a better way of explaining it. 11 years or so, round about 11 years, or just before he was born. So there's your hints. See what you can make of that. I would point out a couple of things. These competitions are not meant to be easy. They're meant to have a little bit of search and apply various investigative skills to it. So they're not meant to be answered in a day. It is, although some of them are, it is hoped that it's a process and stepping along the way with little clues coming up from the question. So the intention of this particular channel is that they're not necessarily easy. They may be, if the right person at the right time is there, of course they may know the answer, and that becomes a bit of a numbers game. But in terms of searching and finding it on Google, they're not intended to be necessarily something that you would get on the day, whereas some of my other competition on Morio is hopefully that I structure them so that they can be usually answered on the day, ready for the next day. But that's not the intention here. So, I mean, from my point of view, I'd like to have more hints rather than getting it done in one day. So that's the thing. I work on it's the grain of sand that creates the pearl. So they're that sort of irritating thing in the back of your mind. Who the hell is that guy? What he does, and then you sort of working away on something. Oh, I wonder if he's that, and then you come back to it. That's the sort of thing that I'm looking for. So they're meant to irritate and gnaw away from you if you enjoy that sort of thing. So I'm just saying there. I also have had a little bit of sometimes questions go to review, and I do have a little bit of trouble tracking them down. So if a question doesn't appear in the comments, you can try sending it again, or you could try just putting a message to me on my Morio channel, or just bear with me and that they are in review, and sometimes it takes a little bit of time to just to track them down and get them answered. So yes, just a few things that have come up. So all good. Cheers. See you.